Hello everyone, I'm River Fox and welcome to the channel, and this is the Twine Peaks Endurance build series. This will be a series of videos which I will showcase each of the amplifiers in Twine Peaks and the builds that I have set up for them. Now this will work in both your Storm Shield defenses and your endurance runs, and some of the designs are my own unique designs. Some I have got from other YouTubers online, so if I do know who the author of those designs is, I will link them in the description down below. There will also be a link in the description for the Twine playlist, which will cover all of the videos in this series. And there will also be some links of my Discord and Twitter accounts, so if you do have any free time, please do check them out. These have taken a really long time to build and test and get everything set up, and it's going to take a really long time to go through each of the videos as well. So if you do buy anything from the Fortnite store, please consider using code RiverFox, as it will help me out a great deal. And if you do go on to enjoy the content, then don't forget to hit that like down below and smash that subscribe before you go. If you turn on the notification bell, then you will always get updated of all my content when it comes out. But without further ado, we are going to get straight into the Twine Peaks Endurance build. Okay, now this one is called our Valley Amp, and this one, the spawn point for this one will be around about this area here. Now you will have some lava balls for this one as well. There is a lava ball which will appear down here, which we don't need to worry too much about, but you will also get a lava ball at this spot as well. And yeah, it can be a nuisance. It's been working perfectly fine. I did have a wall in here with an extra trap on it and another floor one, and for some unknown reason it decided to take that out, so we shall leave that as is. But as they will be spawning then from down this area, they can either travel to go round up that direction, or straight up through here and up this way, or they may take the long way round. Now if you did see my lava amplifier video, then this one next door, then I did go through this bit, but we have got some little floor pieces here with some cones on top, just to prevent anything from getting around this side of it. But if they do come up from here, which not very often they will, then we do have 3 wall launchers on here, and behind that we do have some edited floor pieces which do go all the way along the 3. I think it's all 3. Hang on, have I missed one off here? Well, I never. I have actually missed one off. Okay, so that is that. Let me get that bit in there. We will sort that bit out after. So yes, you will have the edited floor piece all the way across that, and it will be boxed off with walls then, and you can either use the backward stairs or the edited cone in order to make this ramp. Now next row along, then over here we will just have our edited cone or our floor pieces in there. And do you know what? I can't believe how I have forgotten these 2 pieces twice. But let's get them in. Just there we go. Okay. Not that it's ever been a problem anyway. In fact, I think only once in any of the runs that I have done have they ever actually come around this direction anyway. So it's not a problem even if you do forget, but like me. But yes, you will have the edited floor piece under there and your ramp, and just some 2 walls on the back there. You don't need to bother putting a wall in that piece because they're not going to go anywhere from there anyway. So that is our block off on that side. Now if we get over here, this will be the main area. There is another lava ball that drops there as well. Now this is the main area they will be coming up. So because of all these sort of ridges and blocks here, they will be aiming up this direction. Now they can either go off to the right, which we'll go into in a second, or they will come over this way then to the left to come up here. So if they do come up this bit, then we do have a launcher which will hopefully fling them back down there. And if they do get round, then we've got 3 more launchers here to fling them back down and make them start again. And finally another one here to fling them back out and back down. So hopefully that will get most of them taken that way. Now if they do come around this way, past that, then they will head towards this here, and they will get in through this spot here where they're going to get hit by from some wall lights in there. We do have a wall launcher to fling them back out as well. And if they get in this spot, then we do have a broadside on this one, which is going to bounce back and forth between all of these. And we've got some more wall launchers to keep flinging them back out at every point, and a couple of wall darts in here as well, just to do some damage as they are going through that. Now if they do make it past that, of course we've got all of our tar pits on the floor. They're going to be slowing them down at all the points, and they will be heading at this point here. Now before we go up into that section, if we come around here, because anything then that does come in through this direction, if they go on to this square, then we have both wall launcher and a floor launcher. Now the floor launcher will fling them out to go out that way, but the wall launcher then, especially for smashers and things, will fling them in this way. And we've got wall lights, sound walls along this row, only because if we do get any of the phasing through traps, which they tend to do with these wall lights, then at least they're going to be phasing on the outside and not into any of our tunnels. And we've got our floor freeze traps on the bottom, and right on the end we've got a broadside then, which is going to be bouncing back and forth along this tunnel. This one is pretty good for the smashers. It does tend to get a lot of the smashers sort of caught in here, because they will get sort of bounce back and forth between these squares, so it's pretty good for that. And if they do get any further, then another floor launcher, which again will fling them back out, a wall launcher if the floor one has already gone off, and another wall light there, just sound wall, just to slow them down a bit more. If they do get to this point, we have a wall launcher in here, which will fling them in this to take some damage from the wall darts, and another wall launcher in there, which will fling them back in this direction. And we got broadside and sound wall on there. Okay, so up to this section. Now there is just over there is where our amplifier is. So if they do try to come up this way at all, then we do have a sound wall on this wall, and we got the gas trap here to cause them damage if they try to stay under here, causing any problems. If they get up far enough, then we do have a wall launcher there, which is going to fling them into that pit in there, which we saw just a moment ago. And we got broadsides, which are going to be going back and forth across this wall as well. And we've got tire trap there, which will catch anything going along this point. Now, if they get any further than that, we got some more tar pits down on here with another 2 wall launchers, and we do have gas traps up here as well, because that will catch and give damage to anything that is stuck in our tar pits. But the launchers then will fling them back down here, where they will take more damage to go back out and start again. If they do make it far enough, we've got some floor freeze traps. We've also got some wall darts up here to cause some more damage. And of course we've got our gas traps on the ceilings here, because they're going to be frozen and taking damage as they're going. Now I haven't put any traps along these 2 edges here, mainly because the only thing that ever makes it this far up is your smashers, and they tend to get to this point and they will probably just charge and destroy these structures anyway, so there's not really any point putting anything on there. Now you will get a smasher wave on this one. I'll go into that into the smasher wave bit in a moment, which is from that bit, but we've got some block off which we have put here, which is literally just a floor piece and edited cone inside, just really to you know, block it off and try and prevent anything coming through. This is the one that has got the gas trap underneath it with a cone on the top, so again it's just to block anything from getting through those walls. And this is the spot that I will place my base, just to strengthen the majority of it up. Now they may try and come over this direction, but again very rarely do you get very much going in there. So we do have edited floor piece with a ramp or backward stairs, whichever, facing towards the south, and that will be the same in that one and the same in that one, and just surrounded by walls all the way around. So that will stop them from getting through there, but you don't tend to get any really that have ever gone that way around. It's normally straight through the tunnels. That's where they will head. So when the smashers do come out then, and also the wave where you get the mist pods, if you don't destroy the mist pods in time, then they will turn into mini bosses. So they will all head through those tunnels and they will head directly up this direction towards our amplifier. So I have got set here what again is called the lighthouse, which on here I've got a few sort of bounce pads set up just so I can get up and down and around this quite easily, because our smashers then will initially charge directly for this, but because of the way that this is set up, they won't be able to actually destroy that structure. So what they will tend to do then is they will sort of sulk off and they will go up this ramp. And as they get up this ramp here, they will come up towards our sort of bridge here. And we do have tar pits set all along them, which will stop them momentarily. And because we have our edited walls in, they will be keeping to the left, normally around sort of this spot. And the launchers then would tend to hit them just enough to sort of tip them over the edge. Now, of course, they don't fall very far from the first one, but by the time they've walked back up here, this one hasn't reset yet, so they tend to end up on the second one, and they will have exactly the same thing. It will push them back down, they will turn around, they will come back up and go through. Now, sometimes they might get to this point and then decide that they are going to charge from here. So sometimes they might even make it as far as our third launcher. And if they do, that tends to stop them, and they will be frozen in this spot here and get knocked down. If for any reason that doesn't actually function and it doesn't work properly, I will always be standing on this square here. So all you would need to do is, if you see them heading anywhere near towards the end of this bridge, just edit this piece like this. Don't actually edit it out, but leave it so that it is ready to edit. And as soon as they do charge and they get up to this square, it will be this square here. As soon as they get to that square there, edit that piece out and they will fall down. Sometimes they might actually destroy this piece in the process, but literally all you would need to do is just, you know, quickly build another piece there and place it. As long as it is attached to this structure, then they will always recycle up and down, and that is what they will do. If you were to leave this out like that, then they will see that that is a totally different structure to this, and they will then change their mind and they will come back down and they will start heading towards this, or even charging towards the main trap tunnels. So you do need to make sure that it's always set, and the only time that you have it edited out is when they are charging and when they are about to get you, because no matter what power level you are, no matter how much health and strength you have, one hit from one of these smashers in this wave and you will be gone. So yeah, that is that bit. Now this section up here, now this is for your UFO wave, which at wave 25 you will get hit at this amp, and you will have the UFOs which will spawn randomly around this spot. The best weapons, you can use your, if you have it, you can use the Storm King's Wrath for the UFO. You can use an old Betsy, something like that. Another good one, which really good that you can use, especially for mist pods as well, is your Santa's Little Helper. They will rapidly get rid of mist pods, and as providing you're up at this high altitude here, then you'll be close enough to the UFOs. You could use some weapons like that on those as well. So that is the amplifier, the Valley amp. But yes, that is all of the builds. They will only come from that direction down there anyway. There's no other direction they can hit or attack you from. So yes, I hope you do enjoy. If you do, don't forget to drop a like down below. Smash that subscribe before you go, and if you turn on the notification bell, then you will always get updated of all my content when it comes out. If you do buy anything from the Fortnite store, please consider using code RiverFox, as it will help me out a great deal. And if you do have the time, do check out my Discord and Twitter accounts. The links for those will be in the description down below, along with the link for the Twine Peaks playlist with all of the Endurance amplifiers builds and the Storm Shield defenses in there. But until the next time, I hope you have a lovely day and stay safe, my friends.